Good evening, doctors. Welcome again. Today we are going to discuss about infectious disease MCQs. Let's start. Regarding onchocerciasis, which of the following statements are incorrect? Take your time, pause this video, then decide. So they are asking incorrect. Chronic onchocerciasis causes elephantiasis. This is a wrong one. So this is the answer here. Okay. But this is most cases occur in tropical Africa. Yes. Subcutaneous nodules common. Chronic oncodermatitis causes skin atrophy and change in pigmentation where resembles a leopard skin. Blindness is caused by migration of microfilariae to ocular tissues and body's subsequent inflammatory response to it. Okay. Now, 23-year-old woman who admits to unprotected sexual intercourse with number of partners is diagnosed with syphilis. She is treated by infectious disease nurses with a 14-day course of doxycycline, but they ask you to review her care as they are concerned about her serology results. Pre-treatment VDRL positive, TPHA titer is 1:256. Post-treatment VDRL negative, TPHA titer is 1:16. What would you recommend it? So guys, take your time, pause this video and think what is the answer. So the best answer here is do nothing. Why? Because VDRL is negative, TPHA titer is lower. So this is a case of already treated case of syphilis, so no need to do nothing. Okay. This is the explanation here. You can pause this video and read. Okay, thank you. Let's move on other MCQs. 53-year-old abattoir worker present with 2 months of fever and night sweats. On examination, he has splenomegaly and finger clubbing. There is loud pansystolic murmur and transesophageal echocardiography demonstrates thickening of the mitral valve. With a discrete vegetations on the anterior leaflet, multiple sets of blood culture drawn prior to administration of antibiotics are sterile and patient fails to improve with intravenous antibiotic therapy. What is the most likely cause of presentation here? So pause this video, take your time, think what is the best answer. So best answer here is Coxiella burnetii. Okay. Now 21-year-old female school teacher present with a 4-day history of fever and rash. The rash is maculopapular. It began around the ears and is spread to the rest of the body. On examination, she is febrile and temperature 38. She has red eyes and runny nose. She has dry cough. There are small white spots visible on her buccal mucosa. Which of the following is most likely diagnosis? So this is a case of measles. This is a case of measles. We see coptic spots on buccal mucosa. Okay. Now, a 35-year-old man is due to commenced on treatment for hepatitis C virus with pegylated interferon alpha and ribavirin. He is keen to discuss adverse effect of treatment. Which of the following is not recognized adverse effect concern regarding treatment of this patient? Pause this video, take your time, think which is the best answer. So guys, ribavirin causes alopecia, depressed mood, hemolytic anemia, need to avoid contraceptions at least 6 months after therapy. So best answer here is erythema multiforme. Okay, erythema multiforme. You can pause this video, read carefully explanation, pause this video, read carefully explanation here. Okay. Now, 17-year-old woman presents with headache, neck stiffness of 2 days duration. Lumbar puncture results WCC 380, lymphocytes 80%, RCC 27, protein 0.64, glucose 4.1. Gram stain reveals no organism. What is the most likely diagnosis here? Same condition. Pause the video. Take your time and try to answer. So answer here is enterovirus. This is a case of enterovirus. Okay. 45-year-old man seen urgently at hepatitis clinic, having defaulted from follow-up for several years. He has asked for review because of rapidly worsening ascites. He has 20-year history of hepatitis C infection and cirrhosis. On examination, he has jaundice, ascites, tender liver, age is palpable 4 cm below the costal margin. His GP has checked routine bloods prior to his attendance at clinic and finds anemia, thrombocytopenia, dearranged liver function test. Which of the following investigation is most important cause of the deterioration? Bilirubin high, AST/ALT high, ALP is high, GGT is high. So we need to go for alpha fetoprotein. We have to rule out hepatocellular carcinoma here. Okay. Regarding life cycle of malaria parasites, which of the following is correct? Pause this video. Same condition. Think which is the best answer now. So the best answer here is the part of parasite life cycle occurs in a human host is the asexual cycle. Is a asexual cycle. Okay. Pause this video. Take your time. Read carefully all this explanation. Okay. 32-year-old woman with recurrent genital herpes simplex comes to see you for advice. She takes regular acyclovir as a prophylaxis against recurrent attacks and she is 3 months pregnant. She asks you what the risk of neonatal infection are if she delivers vaginally during a recurrence. Which of the following percentage fits best with the risk of infection of the neonate? Pause this video, think your own. So risk of neonates is less than 5%. Okay, hope it's clear. 22-year-old nursery nurse comes to clinic with headache, confusion and stiff neck. She also suffered from severe nausea past few days and has episodes of diarrhea. Apparently, a number of children at nursery where she works have also become unwell. On examination, blood pressure 149/84, pulse 90 regular, temperature 38. Her abdomen is soft, generally tender, bowel sounds are present. There are meningianism and left-sided sensory inattention on neurological examination. There is extensive bruising, investigation hemoglobin 8.9, WCC 13, platelet 64, sodium 137, potassium 5.9, creatinine 195. Which of the following is most likely diagnosis? So this is a case of thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura. This is a case of thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura. Okay. We are going to discuss this MCQ in a detail. Okay, I will explain you. 24-year-old woman presents to A&E with a 3-day history of progressive left-sided weakness and headaches. She is noted to be febrile and temperature of 38 degrees Celsius. She is known to be HIV positive and most recent CD4 count is 80. A CT scan her head reveals multiple ring enhancing lesions. Which of the following is most likely diagnosis? So this is a case of, think, pause this video. So guys, this is a case of toxoplasmosis. This is a case of toxoplasmosis. Okay. Now, we'll discuss in a detail. The clinical picture here is consistent with E. coli 157 infection. Outbreaks having been known occur in nursery settings. The evidence of hemolytic anemia and renal failure aids to likelihood of underlying diagnosis. Whilst rapid progression of renal failure occurs in children, worsening of creatinine may occur more slowly in adults. Antibiotics do not usually role in treatment of this condition. Okay. This is all about toxoplasmosis. Read. Okay. Now, 21-year-old student comes to emergency department complaining of exquisitely painful genital ulcer and problems passing urine. She admits to unprotected sexual intercourse with casual partners. On examination, there are multiple small vulval ulcers with obvious surrounding erythema. Some of the lesions are benign to crust over. Which of the following is most appropriate treatment? So the most appropriate treatment here is famciclovir 250 mg 3 times a day for 5 days. This is a herpes infection genitalis. Okay. 34-year-old sheep farmer presents with a small painful nodule at the base of index finger dorsally. He first noticed that the lesion a week earlier. It is red and painful. He otherwise remains stable. 2 of his children had similar lesion on the hand 4 weeks earlier that resolved spontaneously. What is most likely diagnosis? So guys, pause this video, read question carefully and think which is the best answer. So best answer here is ORF. Okay. 56-year-old Welsh farmer attends the medical admission unit with headaches, myalgia, nausea, vomiting and jaundice. He had previously well without medical problems and took no medication. On examination, he was slightly confused, jaundiced with conjunctival hemorrhage. Blood revealed deranged liver and renal function. What is most likely cause of this presentation? So here is a cause of leptospirosis is by infected rat urine. ORF, famciclovir, as I told. Leptospirosis, let's discuss. Diagnosis that fits bats presentation is leptospirosis, primarily zoonosis, but affects humans when spirochetes enter into human body via cuts in skin, spreads multiple organ sites. Clinical leptospirochetes themselves in human host immune response them. The disease is most commonly seen in farmers and rain workers who are in contact with contaminated water. Symptoms range from subclinical to multiple organ failure, headache, myalgia, nausea, vomiting, conjunctival suffocation or hemorrhage. Okay, so guys, hope it's clear. Now, in cutaneous leishmaniasis, which of the following statement is correct? Think guys, which is the best answer? The parasite is transmitted through the bite of sandfly. Parasite is transmitted through bite of sandfly. Okay. Regarding infection of Escherichia histolytica, E. histolytica, which one of the following is incorrect? Water dysentery, resolution and amoebic liver abscess is formed. It's Entamoeba histolytica, guys. Okay. Now, regarding life cycle of malarial parasite, which of the following is correct? This is repeatedly asking question, as you know very well. The part of parasite life cycle occurs in a human host is asexual cycle. Okay. Which of the following statement is about infection with dengue virus? So, dengue virus, female Anopheles mosquito is by malaria. Incubation time is approximately 21 days. No, dengue is not 21 days. It's nearly 7 days. Symptoms can include rash, fever, myalgia, and shock. Of course, yes. Yes. But treatment include fluids, yes, but not aspirin. Travelers going to dengue affected area should be vaccinated? No. So C is the right answer. Okay. Now, 28-year-old Indian man present with shortness of breath, night sweats, HIV positive, and had TB as a child, for which he had cannot recall if he had any treatment or not. On examination, his respiratory rate 30. Right base is stony dull to percussion with reduced air entry. Chest X-ray revealed right-sided pleural effusion. 3 sputum samples do not stain for acid-fast bacilli or Gill-Nielsen stain. Which of the following would be the most useful order to obtain the highest yield for diagnosis of tuberculosis? Guys, think it's very easy. Very easy answer. Pleural biopsy, microscopy, culture, and sensitivity. Okay. 32-year-old woman is 6 months pregnant with her third child. She has been suffering from dysuria frequency over past 3 days. On examination, she is pyrexial 37.9 degrees Celsius, has suprapubic tenderness. Her urine is positive for blood and protein routine bloods are normal. She is allergic to penicillin. Which of the following antibiotic is most appropriate choice for her? Think guys, which is the best one? Best one here is cephalexin. Cephalexin is the best for her. Okay. 62-year-old man who has a history of recurrent cholecystitis comes to the emergency department complaining of recurrent lethargy and night sweats over the past few weeks. The only other past history of note is some recent dental work. On examination, blood pressure 135/75. His pulse is 78 and regular. There is systolic murmur on auscultation of heart and he has mild pyrexia. Temperature 37.8 degrees Celsius. Investigation 10.9 hemoglobin. WCC is 10.1. Platelet is 183. Sodium 138. Potassium 4.4. Creatinine 123. ESR 88 raised. Blood culture has bovis. Where is the most likely source of infection, guys? Very easy trick. Remember bovis and biliary tree. B for bovis, B for biliary tree. B for bovis, B for biliary tree. Okay. Now, these are explanation. Doxy and Cipro are contraindicated use in pregnancy. Tetracycline recognized lead to permanent tooth staining. Quinolones are thought to lead increased risk of tendon rupture. Erythromycin may be used coverage unlikely appropriate of urinary pathogen. Trimethoprim may interfere with folate metabolism. That's why not recommended. This leaves cephalexin, which appears relatively safe in pregnancy, as a broad coverage against a wide range of urinary pathogens. Okay. Biliary tree. I hope it's clear now. 17-year-old sixth form student comes to the clinic with dry cough and rash. Her mother apparently refused childhood vaccination on her behalf. She has temperature of 40 degrees Celsius. A dry cough, rash over face, neck and upper chest. There are small red spots on examining her buccal mucosa. Which of the following is likely diagnosis here? Think guys, very easy. Buccal mucosa, red spots, small. It is Koplik spots. So this is a case of measles. Okay, measles. Okay. Now, which of the following condition is associated with hepatitis B infection? Pause this video. Think your best answer. This is a case of vasculitis, polyarteritis nodosa, involvement with hepatitis. Not always, but sometime. Yes. 25-year-old man attends A&E feeling unwell. He complains of malaise, fever, pharyngitis and arthralgia. He had asthma as a child and did not take any regular medications. He returned from a business trip to Malawi 4 weeks previously and admits to skipping doses of his anti-malarial medication, particularly if he was out entertaining clients. On examination, he has widespread maculopapular rash and generalized lymphadenopathy. He is not anemic and has normal cardiovascular, respiratory and abdominal examination. Examination of affected joint does not reveal any swelling or deficit in function. What is most likely diagnosis? So guys, think once again. I will give you some clue here. Malaise, fever, pharyngitis, arthralgia complaints. Think. Asthma, not taking any medication. Malawi 4 weeks previously. Skipping anti-malarial medication. Maculopapular rash, generalized lymphadenopathy. Affected joint does not reveal any swelling, deficit in function. So this is a case of acute HIV infection. This is a case of acute HIV infection. We are going to discuss this question. Okay. With a history of most important diagnosis not to miss in HIV seroconservation. This is mimic infectious mononucleosis. However, with a history of travel to HIV endemic country, a full sexual history should be taken and the patient risk assessed. Acute seroconversion present 2 to 12 weeks. Post-infection 50 to 70% of individuals who develop a viral syndrome and widespread maculopapular rash and generalized lymphadenopathy in acute seroconversion. Okay guys, PCR for HIV RNA will be positive due to high viral load. Okay. 21-year-old student presents with symptoms of hematuria, dull bladder pain above his symphysis pubis. On further question, he tells you that he has been traveling as a backpacker across Africa and Far East, stayed on local campsites, and swam in a number of local areas of open water. On examination, he has dull tenderness across his lower abdomen. Investigations: hemoglobin 10.9, WCC 11.2, raised eosinophils, platelet 178, sodium 138, potassium 4.3, creatinine 122, urine blood positive. Which of the following has most likely been colonized with? So this is a case of schistosomiasis hematobium, involves urinary tract, whereas Monsonie involves intestine and intracalatum also. So guys, hope it's clear. Treatment of Mycobacterium tuberculosis infection at which of the following site requires routine extension of antimicrobial therapy beyond 6 months? Very easy answer. Pause this video, try to answer this. So best answer is central nervous system. Central nervous system. Okay. 35-year-old man presents with headache, left arm weakness. MRI brain shows solitary mass lesion within the right basal ganglia. Enhanced on admission. Administration of gadolinium contrast and demonstrate mass effect. A presumptive diagnosis of neoplastic disease is made and brain biopsy planned. However, a part of diagnostic evaluation, an HIV test is positive. with CD4 count 34 cells per microliter. Along with CNS malignancy, infectious disease is strongly considered. So, guys, what do you think the best answer here is? So, this is the best answer here is Toxoplasmosis gondii. We are going to discuss this answer. Okay. Okay. Patients with HIV infection, low CD4 counts are risk of opportunistic infection, which can be infrequently involve CNS. They are also at a risk of development of primary CNS lymphomas. Tuberculosis can be meningitis, tuberculoma. Okay. Hope it's clear now. Which of the following regarding management of needle stick injury is true? Pause this video. Think which is single most best answer here. If HIV post-exposure prophylaxis is given, adverse effect of medications are common problems. Okay. Which of the following is a RNA virus? Guys, which of the following is a RNA virus? Hepatitis C is a RNA virus. Rest are DNA virus. Which of the following is not correctly matched with its vector? African trypanosomiasis, test fly, yes. Lyme disease, exotics, yes. Malaria, Anopheles mosquito female. Schistosomiasis, freshwater snails, yes. But leishmaniasis, sand fly, not Aedes mosquito. Aedes aegypti for dengue fever. Okay. So, guys, we will discuss this one here. DNA virus, RNA virus, I will give you the list all in my next notes video. So, guys, I hope till here it's clear. If you like this video, put like on it. And thank you. Good day, goodbye. That's all for today. If you're new on my channel, please subscribe it.